to the Stampin' Squad. Today is Monday, March 10, and I just want to welcome you in. If you are watching live today, drop me a comment in the chat so I can say hi. And if you're watching the replay, let me know that too in the comments. I'd love to talk to you in the comments. Today, I have a fun card for you. As always, right? I probably say that every time. I have a fun card for you. Um, but why make a card if it's not fun, right? Why make a card if it's not fun? Let me check here. It looks like we are up and running for real. So I hope that you can hear me. And I hope we don't have an interruption. Last week we had this really weird thing, or I mean, I was going along and then all of a sudden it kind of stopped and then it started again. So that was weird. And hopefully we don't have that again. All right, let's take a look at what I have laid out for us. Oh, I don't have my ruler. Let me grab my ruler so I can measure these things. I like to measure them during the video because that way I know that I'm getting the dimensions right. Okay, this one is 5.5 by 8.5. And it's scored in the middle at 4.25. This is going to be my card base. And the color of this cardstock is lemon lolly. So we've got that. Then I've got two pieces of basic white. They're the same size. They're 4 inches by 5.25 inches. So we've got two of those. And then I just have some scraps here, a little scrap of basic white, the lemon lolly, and this is Highland Heather. All right, let me put my ruler over there out of the way. I don't need that right now. Okay, today I'm going to be using the beautiful butterflies bundle. So we're going to use some of these stamps, and then we're also going to use some of the dies from the dies that coordinate with this. All right, so I'll give you a quick look here. We're going to use these three dies. And we're also using this die, which is from the Nested Essentials die set. So that's what we're using today. I've got my web address up here in the corner. If you haven't been to my website, I invite you to pop over there and take a look. There's information about me. You can find my email address, my phone number, ways to contact me. You can even contact me through the website. There is a tab called Projects, and that's got just lots and lots of projects that I've done. And if you click on a picture, you will find the measurements for that card uh, pieces and parts and a shopping list of all the things that I use to make the cards. So you might want to hop in and take a look at my projects over there. We're going to start with one of these pieces of basic white. There we go. And I have some other basic white over here. This is just a scrap, really. And I'm going to tear a piece of this off. And I'm going to tear, let's say, right about here. I would say that's probably somewhere between 1.25 and 1.5 inches. And I'm just going to tear this kind of straight. But you know, when you tear, it's a little bumpy, right? So tear that across like that. I'm going to hold on to this piece. The other piece I'm just going to set aside, goes back in my scrap bin. And I am going to grab now my Post-it note tape. Do you guys use this? Do you use washi tape or anything like that that's kind of sticky but not too sticky? I like the Post-it note tape or just a Post-it note, right? It's got some sticky on it. So I'm just going to kind of fold this over and I'm going to put it underneath this piece of cardstock so it just stays in place. So that way it doesn't wiggle around. And I'm going to take a couple more pieces of this. Hi, everybody. I see you popping in. So jump in the comments and say hi to me and say hi to the other people who are watching today. All right, again, post-it note tape. We're just going to put a little bit here, a little bit here. Just want to hold that together while we're working on it. And now I'm going to grab my Lemon Lolly ink pad and a blending brush. Now, I've already been using this blending brush with the Lemon Lolly, so it already has ink on it. Now I'm just going to take this. With the blending brushes, I like to touch down on my scrap paper first so I don't get a big blob of it on my project. And I'm just rubbing some of that ink on there. So let me pick up a little bit more ink. And again, I'm going to start off the edge and then come in here. So we've got this little piece here that's just protecting that part of the cardstock and keeping the ink from getting on that part. When we take it off, you'll be able to kind of see what's going on here. And I'm just making some spots on here with my Lemon Lolly. And you can decide how much color you want. Maybe a little, maybe a lot. And have a little bit over here in this corner. There we go. I like that. Put that out of the way for just a minute. I'm going to leave that open, but let me move it so I don't put my finger in it. Now I've got another blending brush, and I'm going to use Highland Heather. Let me look at the chat just a minute. Ah, there you guys are. Yay. Hi, Mary. Ah, you love the post-it note tape. I know, it's so great. It's so great. And Cheryl, hey. Oh, Cheryl, I'm so glad you caught the live. I love your comments that you leave on my videos, but I love it even more that you came in live. There we are. Little Highland Heather in here to fill in these empty spaces. And it's okay, if it overlaps the yellow, no problem. And get over here. Now, when you see I press down right there, but hey, that's okay. That's okay. So I just want to fill in all the spots that are white. And one of the great things about this card is you can use any colors you want. I mean, I used the Lemon Lolly and Highland Heather today, but if you don't like those colors, no problem. You can use another color. All right, let me keep this over here. I'm going to stamp some butterflies on here now. And I'm going to stamp these off because I don't want them to be too dark, just kind of light, just like almost like the idea of a butterfly without being too literal. You see, it's very light there. Let's turn this one around. Have the butterfly kind of flying away like that. Let's do a little bit here. And put one more up here at the top, kind of like that. Okay, now I think I can close this. Nope, I can't. Hold on. Um, Let me bring this one back, the lemon lolly. And I've got another stamp, and this one is just some little random dots. So I'm going to add that, and I'll use that full strength, and we're just going to put some dots here and there. There we go. And maybe we'll put some right there. See this, the yellow even shows up on top of the island heather. Kind of going wild with the dots today, but that's okay. That's probably enough. So we'll let that be. Now I'm going to pull this off of here and to take this paper away. So this is what we have now. Isn't that fun? I think that's such a fun look to make something interesting, something a little bit different for the background of your card. And oh, I want my scrap paper back for just a moment. Let me take this piece of Post-it note tape off the back of that because that does not need to be there. And grab my other piece of white. This is going to be the inside of my card. And I'm going to put a little bit of this lemon lolly down here in this corner. Not too much, but just a little bit there. And now I can close this. Back to the Highland Heather and this butterfly stamp. Stamp it off. And I'm going to have this little butterfly kind of going that way, right in the corner. So that dresses up the inside of my card just a little bit. You could also do something like that on the envelope, which I think would be really cute. Help make your envelope coordinate. Okay, let's find our card base. It's over here. And fold and burnish this. Okay. We'll put this piece on the inside. Let me grab my glue. Here we are. And I want my butterfly in the corner down here. There we go. Inside done. Now let's put this on the outside. And then we will get to our die cutting. Oops, I want this way. There we go. Actually think I laid it on there pretty straight this time, which is a miracle for me. At the end today, I'll show you another card that I made. It's just a little bit different from this one. Okay. Got one more thing we need to stamp. I want to stamp happy birthday. And this is also in that same beautiful butterfly stamp set. I'm going to use basic gray. I didn't want to use a color. I just wanted to use a neutral. But sometimes I feel like black is too dark. So the basic gray is also dark, but just not quite as dark. Let's see if I can get this on here reasonably straight. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay, now let me get my cut and emboss machine. See if I can put it up here where you can see what's going on. Let me grab my plate. Let's go this way. So since I'm using my big machine, we can really load it up here and just put everything on here at one time. Well, let me go back here and get these. Well, we're not going to put everything. I am going to have to run it again. So let's just do this. We'll do those two. And I am going to use this one on here. And I'm going to use this one from the Nested Essentials to cut out my happy birthday. So let me grab that Post-it note tape again, because I like to use it to hold my dies in place. Make sure nothing slips away. Here we go. That looks straight. I think that'll do. It seems like there we go. I think that might be a little bit better. Okay, that right there. Let's get our top plate in place and then run this through. All right, you just pull these off and set them aside for a minute because now we need to do this piece with this die. Here we go. And I need some white. Somewhere I have a little piece of white. Where is my white? Here we go. There's another little piece of white. And we're going to use this little die on here. There we go. That works. Send that through, and we can move this out of the way. These out. Say goodbye to the platform, sandwich, and let's look at all of our little pieces here. We've got those. And then we had our happy birthday there. And this other butterfly die. And so, whoop, the little pieces are falling out. Let's go ahead and get those out of the way. There we are. Yep, that's all of them. And let me just scoop those over here. Okay. Now let's put our layers together for our butterfly. This one's going to go on here. Excuse me. I'm going to use my reverse tweezers. I love my reverse tweezers because sometimes my fingers just get in the way when I'm dealing with something that's kind of small or delicate. So I'm just putting a little bit of glue right here in the center. I'll put a tiny bit right here. There we go. And just a little here. I just want it to stay put on this purple piece. So tell me, do you use reverse tweezers and do you love them? They're also good sometimes for helping when you're tying a bow. I don't know what I'd do without mine. All right. Well, let's grab this. I've got him right around the neck. Well, let's put just a tiny bit right here on his head and a little bit right here on the body. Okay. And put this right in here. There we go. Keep sticking to my fingers. All right. We've got a little butterfly. Okay, let's put some things together. We still have a little ways to go here. I'm going to just glue this on the front. And you know what? I think I might just kind of glue it in such a way that it covers that really dark spot right there. So let's just put that right there. Ah, okay. And you know what? Before I put my butterfly on, I'm going to grab my Wink of Stella glitter brush, and I'm just going to brush some glitter on the body, this little white body. And I'm also going to put some just on this yellow part, the lemon lolly part. The brush is really fine, so I can work my way around here. And the Wink of Stella doesn't usually show up very good on the videos, unfortunately, because it's so pretty. Just makes everything glittery and sparkly. There we go. Okay, now we need some dimensionals. I'm just going to grab these little baby dimensionals and put some on the back of my butterfly. And then once we get our butterfly situated, we'll put a little bling on our card. Butterflies and bling go together. All right, let's get the backing off of here. And if you've been watching for the past few weeks, I've been doing lives on YouTube because it's more fun to create a card when I know that you guys are with me. That just seems more fun to me. Now, how do I want to do my butterfly? Well, that's kind of cute. I don't know. So many decisions. We'll put it right there. And if you place an order with me this month, I'll send you one of my handmade cards. And if your order happens to be $100 in product value or more, I will also send you a little gift. I appreciate you all. Okay, let's get this back down here. So if anybody wants to find me, they can find me. Here we go. Happy birthday. I love this background, so fun. And we have our pretty butterfly with a little bit of glitter on it. And then the inside. Now let me show you one that I made that has the Highland Heather as the base. Now that's here. And so the butterfly is reversed. It's got the lemon lily on the back and then the Highland Heather on top. There we are. So tell me, which one do you like better? The one with the Highland Heather base or the one with the lemon lily base? So let me know. And I hope that if you've got this butterfly, beautiful butterflies bundle, that you'll make a card. This will inspire you to make something pretty. All right, everybody, thank you so much for stopping in on this Monday afternoon and watching me make a card. I hope you'll go and make one too now, and I will see you again next week with another tutorial. All right, bye-bye.